Have you ever noticed how some people seem to have the same 24 hours as you? Yet they manage to run businesses, hit the gym, and actually sleep, while you're struggling to finish a single to-do list? Most people think time management is about working harder. But they're missing a hidden biological trigger that makes productivity effortless. Today, I'm breaking down the top 5 tips to reclaim your schedule, including one trick at the end that literally stretches your perception of time. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Tip 1, the 2-minute rule. Let's start with the smallest change that yields the biggest result. We all have those tiny tasks, emails, dishes, filing, that pile up like mental clutter. But what if I told you that the reason you feel overwhelmed isn't the big projects, but the 120 seconds you keep ignoring? It's called the 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. Storing the thought of the task actually uses more brain power than just doing it. When you clear these micro tasks, you free up the mental RAM needed for the deep work that actually moves the needle. Tip 2, time blocking and the focus IQ. Now, you've probably heard of time blocking. But there's a specific way to do it that elite performers use to avoid context switching, a phenomenon that can actually drop your focus IQ by 10 points in an instant. Instead of a messy list, carve out blocks of time for specific categories. For example, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. is for deep work only. No phones. No pings. By grouping similar tasks together, your brain doesn't have to reboot every time you switch gears. The win, 2 hours of block time is more productive than 8 hours of distracted clicking. Tip 3, the Eisenhower Matrix. Ever feel like you're busy all day but achieve absolutely nothing? That's because you're likely trapped in the urgency trap, and there's a simple 4-square grid that can pull you out. Enter the Eisenhower Matrix. You divide your tasks into 4 quadrants. 1. Urgent and important, do it now. 2. Important but not urgent, schedule it. 3. Urgent but not important, delegate it. 4. Neither, delete it. The secret to true productivity is spending 80% of your time in quadrant 2. These are the tasks that build your future, not just put out today's fires. Tip 4, eat the frog. There is one thing on your list right now that is draining your energy just by existing. What if you could delete that anxiety before you even finish your morning coffee? Mark Twain said if you eat a live frog first thing in the morning, nothing worse will happen to you the rest of the day. Your frog is your hardest, most important task. We usually save it for last when our energy is 0. Flip the script. Do the hardest thing first. Once the frog is gone, the rest of your day feels like downhill skiing. Tip 5, the time dilation break. Finally, the tip I promised you earlier. Why does time fly when we're busy but drag when we're bored? You can actually use this biological quirk to make your work sessions feel shorter. It's called nonlinear braking. Most people take breaks by scrolling on their phones, but that's just more input for the brain. To truly reset, you need a low dopamine break. Walk away, look out a window, or sit in silence for 5 minutes. This clears the neural dust and allows your brain to consolidate what you just learned. You'll return to your desk with a refreshed perspective that makes the next hour of work feel faster. Mastering your time isn't about being a robot. It's about creating freedom. If you found even one of these tips helpful, hit that subscribe button and drop a comment below telling me, what is your frog today? Let's hold each other accountable. Check out my other video on morning routines right here. See you in the next one.